tell everybody I see just how much you mean to me. I'm your boy and I'm gonna talk all about the beautiful way you walk. Make everybody sad and blue 'cause they can't spend their lives with you. Tell all the fish in the deep blue sea, all the boats in the Queen's Navy. Say it real quiet and say it out loud. Say it in private and say it in a crowd. Read it to the blind and show it to the deaf. And look in the mirror and tell myself that no one has ever known a love so true. One of these days, whatever I do, I'm gonna have to find a way to tell you that you're the girl I love. I wanna tell everybody I see just how much you mean to me. Travel this world from pole to pole, telling everyone about your beautiful soul. And to whom it may concern, all the other boys will have to wait their turn. Say it every night and every day of the year. Say it to people who don't want to hear. Tell it to the birds way up in the tree. Tell it to the judge and the chief of police. And tell all those I told you so just where they can pin that rose. Tell that good book on the shelf. And at the risk of repeating myself, no one has ever known a love so true. One of these days, whatever I do, I'm gonna have to find a way to tell you that you're the girl I love. Well, I got a couple I could do that are like that. Here's a... was written by Shel Silverstein, folks. Friends, you'd never guess it, so I might as well confess it. I just met the sweetest woman of my long dismal life. But a friend of mine says, buddy, in case your mind is muddy, don't you know that girl you're talking to is Pegleg Johnson's wife? That man is big and ugly and mean and grim. He will kick your ass with his artificial limb. Next morning, bright and early, I ran off with Pegleg's girlie. I also took the wooden leg just to play it safe. But there wasn't any time for laughter. He started hopping after, and I keep on running faster, but he won't give up the chase. I'm running around the mountains with his bride. And I got his damned old leg here by my side. And I'm a three-legged man with a two-legged woman, being chased around the country by a one-legged fool. He is a hopping and a flopping, shows no sign of stopping. And I tell you boys, this life is hard and cruel. From the mountains to the valleys, cross the dark Chicago alleys, from the Rocky Mountain water to the hills of Caroline, up and down the Allegheny, in and out of Pennsylvania. Every time I turn around, he is just 1 foot behind. I know he's getting tired and wet and sick, but in spite of all his trouble, he can't kick. I'm a three-legged man with a two-legged woman, being chased around the country by a one-legged fool. He's a hopping and a flopping, shows no sign of stopping. Then I tell you boys, this life is hard and cruel. He must be ragged and filthy by now, and I've been feeling sorta guilty ever since that morning last week when I heard him plead and beg. He said, in spite of all your stealing, I won't bear you any hard feeling. I know Margie doesn't love me, but give me back my leg. 'Cause although the leg you meant to take was wooden, in the dark there by mistake you got the good one. I'm a three-legged man with a two-legged woman, being chased around the country by a one-legged fool. He's a hopping, flopping, wobbling, shows no sign of stopping. Tell you boys this life, tell you boys this life, I tell you boys this life is hard and cruel. Shel Silverstein wrote that, folks. I'll do my frog imitations for you tonight. Sing Don't Let Frog Win a Courtin' 8,000 times. Oh, that's a song, yeah. Williams song that I'll try not to spit my cough drop on. If the wife and I are fussing, brother, that's alright. Me and that sweet woman got a license to fight. Why don't you mind your own business? Mind your own business. If you mind your business, then you won't be minding mine. A woman on her party line's a nosy thing. Picks up the receiver when she knows it's my ring. Why don't you mind your own business? Mind your own business. If you mind your business, then you won't be minding mine. I want a honky-tonk around a 2 or a 3. That's my headache, brother, don't you worry about me. Just mind your own business. Yeah, mind your own business. If you mind your business, then you won't be minding mine. Minding other people's business seems to be high tone. Got all that I can do just to mind my own. Mind your own business. Mind your own business. And you won't be minding mine. Thanks very much. That's a good old Hank Williams tune. Between the Lines? Huh? Yeah. Oh man, if somebody actually knows the songs here tonight, folks. This is a song for Bob Wills. Oh my goodness. Well, let's do Moby Book first, okay? This I haven't sung this in a while. I wrote this with David Amram and Herman Melville. This is sort of like if there was, if Cliff's Notes were written by Willie Dixon. I'd like to drink this aqua here for you now. Gargling and Gagging on the Radio by Old Steve. One more drink. Here's this blues song of sorts. This is Melville's part. Call me Ishmael. Ishmael is my name. Call me Ishmael. Ishmael is my name. I served under Captain Ahab out on the bound in Maine. Ahab walked out on the deck and he said unto the men, till we spot that great white whale, we will not sail home again. And he took out a gold coin and nailed it to the tree. Says this coin belongs to the man who spots the whale that took my leg from me. 40 days at sea, 40 days and 40 nights. We took many a whale, my boys, but not one white whale in sight. Hear the lookout holler, holler, there she blows. Lower the boat and over the side we go. Queequeg threw that first harpoon, Starbuck threw another, Ahab threw a third, the boat capsized in the water. That great white whale is the biggest I ever did see, and I pray to the Lord, won't you save poor me? The sea gets to boiling, making a mournful sound. Pequod was lost, many a man did drown. Black blood comes from that white whale. What's that I see? Ahab rides that whale's tail. And when I woke up on a British man of war, made a vow of the moon and stars, I would go to sea no more. Call me Ishmael, Ishmael is my name. I served under Captain Ahab on the bound in Maine. Oh, folks, I know what we haven't done yet. This will just take a second and we'll get it all ready for that. We'll get to it. Well, do one more and then bring up Jethro Burns to come and play some songs with us, folks. Sure, man. Well, this song is for anyone who's ever had a love affair that didn't work out. Then a few years later, you meet that person again in the middle of what should have been a good day. All right. This is what happens. It's a long time since I saw you last. Tell me how you've been. Did you ever get to buy that yellow coat? The flowers in that window box still smile when you come in. Did you ever read the letters that I wrote? Been out of town since Christmas, but it doesn't seem so long. Outside of that, there isn't much to say. I cut out all that drinking and I wrote another song. I wish you wouldn't look at me that way. To be some mornings we go walking around the park, and all the nights we babysat for Billy's kids. All those times that we used to talk of having one ourselves, and now I don't remember why we never did. Your neighbors still complain a bit when the music gets too loud. Does that old cat still sleep up on the bed? Do you still walk around like your head was in the clouds? Have you heard a single thing I said? 2-day drive to New York, and I guess I better go. Did you notice that the weather is turning cold? It's a long time since I saw you last, and tell me how you've been, and did you ever get to buy that yellow coat? Thank you, folks. Thanks very much. Really nice of you. That's great. Bring up a friend now, folks. This is Jethro Burns. Jethro Burns, folks, the greatest mandolin player in the world. Special guy. And we're so fortunate to be out on tour with him here. There he is. Let's play the jig first. Yeah. So you get to the part I can remember. Here's a John Prine song, folks. Small town, bright lights, Saturday night. Pinballs and pool halls that flash in their lights. Making change behind the counter of a penny arcade sat the fat girl daughter of Virginia and Ray. That was Lydia. Lydia hid her thoughts like a cat behind her small eyes, sunk deep in her fat. She read romance magazine up in her room and felt just like Sunday on a Saturday afternoon. But dreaming just comes natural, like the first breath from a baby, like the sunshine feeding daisies, like the love hidden deep in your heart. Bunk beds, shaved heads, Saturday night, a warehouse of strangers in 60-watt light. Staring through the ceiling, just wanting to be, lay one up too many, a young PFC. It was Donald. There were spaces between Donald and whatever he said. Strangers had forced him to live in his head. He envisioned the details of romantic scenes after midnight in the stillness of the barracks latrine. But dreaming just comes natural, like the first breath from a baby, like the sunshine feeding daisies, like the love hidden deep in your heart. Hot love, cold love, no love at all. A portrait of guilt is hung on the wall. Nothing is wrong, nothing is right. Donald and Lydia made love that night. They made love in the mountains, love in the streams, love in the valleys, made love in their dreams. When they were finished, there was nothing to say, 'cause mostly they made love from 10 miles away. But dreaming just comes natural, like the first breath from a baby, like the sunshine feeding daisies, like the love hidden deep in your heart. Thank you, folks, and thanks to Jethro for his patience while I completely rearranged it there in the second verse. That was neat. That was lovely of Jethro to stay with me like that, man. And he's flying without, he was on instruments there, folks. You know what I mean? There was no way he was going to be able to see what I was doing because I didn't have a clue. So there was a guy who legitimately did it by radar that time. There was some fabulous playing. Well. wrong turn, but it was the right turn, my turn to have me a ball. All the boys in the shop told me just where to stop if I wanted to play for it all. Never thought I'd find her on daytime TV. My whole world lies waiting behind door number 3. Planned my apparel, I wore a big barrel. They rolled me to the very first row. I got out a sign, says, kiss me, I'm a baker. Monty, I sure need the dough. And then I grabbed him by the throat till he called on me. My whole world lies waiting behind door number 3. I don't want what Jay's got on the table, or the box Carol Merrill points to on the floor. I'll hold out just as long as I am able. Someday I'll go and lock that lucky door. She's no big deal to most folks, but she's everything to me. My whole world lies waiting behind door number 3. And ain't it hard to realize he's not selling any alibis when he stares into the vacuum of your eyes and says, do you wanna make a deal? Found us in the lost and found. Love is blind, but now I see. My whole world lies waiting behind door number 3. And my whole world lies waiting behind door number 3. Well, folks, this is a song for my father, for Joseph Goodman, and I sing this song again so that I get to sing it to some people tonight. It's a song I never mind singing. He was an automobile salesman, special guy to do that. He'd go down to Sharkskin Alley. That's what I call the automobile agency, Sharkskin Alley, where the double knit generation hangs out. And he'd tell him the green one was blue. I miss the old man tonight. I wish that he was here with me, with his corny jokes and his cheap cigars. He could look you in the eye and sell you a car. It's not an easy thing to do, but no one ever knew a more charming creature upon this earth than my old man. He was a pilot in the big war, in the U.S. Army Air Corps, in a C-47 with a heavy load of combat cargo for the Burma Road. After they dropped the bomb, he went home and married Mom. Not long after that, he was my old man. Oh, those fights we had when my brother and I got him mad. He'd get all boiled up and then he'd start to shout. I knew just what was coming, so I tuned him out. Now the old man's gone. I would give all I own just to hear what he said when I wasn't listening to my old man. Miss the old man tonight. Could almost see his face. He was always trying to watch his weight, and his heart only made it to 58. For the first time since he died, it was late last night, I cried. I wondered when I was gonna do that. For my old man. We're gonna do a song now, folks, that I learned off a Leroy Van Dyke record a long time ago. I slowed it down to 16 so I could get all the lyrics off of it. That's because we'd like to leave you with one that you remember Jethro playing on. This is an old country and western song that we really like a lot, and we thank Atlanta for treating us so graciously. And let me see if I can get this cranked up here. There was a boy in Arkansas wouldn't listen to his ma when she told him that he ought to go to school. He'd sneak away in the afternoon, take a little walk, and pretty soon you'd find him around a local auction barn. He'd sit and listen carefully, and pretty soon he began to see how the auctioneer could talk so rapidly. He said, oh my, it's do or die, I gotta learn that auction cry, I gotta make my mark and be an auctioneer. $25 bidder now, $30, 30 bid, give me 30, make it 30 minimum wall, $30 bid, give me 30, and who live it at $30 bid. $30 bidder now, 35 bid, give me 35, I'll make it 35 minutes, 35, and who live it at $35 bid. Time went on and he didn't rest, and everybody saw that he didn't just practice calling bids every night and day. His daddy found him up behind the barn, just working something awful storm. He tried to imitate the auctioneer. Then Dad says, son, we just can't stand to have a mediocre man selling things at auction using our good name. Now I'll send you off to the auction school, and you be nobody's fool. You can take your place among the best. $35 bid and a $40 bid. Give me 40 fake, 40 minimum all, $40 bid. Give me 40 and ooh, bid, $40 bid. $40 bid and a 45 bid. Give me 45 and make it 45 minutes, 45 and ooh, with a bid at a $45 bid. from that boy who went to school there, Goodman. School, and he came off full-fledged auctioneer. People come from miles around just to hear him make that rhythmic sound that filled their hearts with such a happy cheer. Then his fame spread out from shore to shore. He had all he could do and more, and he had to buy a plane to get around. He was the best in all the land, and everybody gave that sucker a hand. He was the best hillbilly auctioneer. $40 bidder, now $50 50, will you give me 50, make it 50, $50 will you give me 50, and who'll live in a $50 bid? $50 bidder, now 55, will you give me 55, I'll make it 55, bidder to 55, I sold that hog for a $50 bid. Evil, all right, so many some I sold that hog for a 50. Sold that hog for a 50. Sold that hog for a $50 bid. Thank you, folks. Thanks for coming tonight. Thanks, Jethro Burns on the mandolin. Good night now.
Goodman.
And for Nancy Goodman. Just lucky, I guess. I could have fallen for you. I never realized how much I wanted to. How in the world did I let my heart get into such a mess? It wasn't easy. I was just lucky, I guess. Some old chance affair that I never gave a thought. But just a minute there, and I just might have been caught. And in the nick of time you smiled, and I confess that was a close one. I was just lucky, I guess. I thought I had it all arranged, and I was just coasting when I met you. Till you put an end to all this bragging and boasting. Won't you please tell me what I have to do to stand just half a chance to change my luck with you? When you hold the keys to my happiness, how did I let that happen? Just lucky, I guess. How did I let that happen? I was just lucky, I guess. Good night, folks. Thanks very much.
see you sometime.
Steve Goodman, live.